Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome back to 10 Count. I'm Steve Fall, but on today's edition, I am traveling to the ace of Tokyo Joshi. That's right, she's the best, and she is the best. It's Miyu Yamashita. How are you doing today?
I'm Miguel! TJPW, Miyu Yamashita. よろしくお願いします。
I am so excited to have you here because wrestling right now is upside down and inside out because so much is happening already. Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks, former of WWE, wants to challenge you to a match. Recently at a press conference, she was asked, who does she want to wrestle? And she said, you. How's that make you feel? Can we see this dream match?
はい、もちろんこの間、メルセデス・モネ選手が別団体のインタビューで戦ってみたい選手と言ったら、山下さんの名前が出たんですけど、これについていかがですか、率直に言うと。
いや、嬉しかったです。すごく嬉しくて、びっくりしましたし、彼女と初めて会ったのがスペインで、今回、日本でも練習させていただいて、本当にすごく素晴らしい、もう世界のファン、プロレスファンがみんな知ってる通り、本当に素晴らしいレスラーなので、そういうレスラーから、彼女からね、戦いたいって言ってもらえて嬉しかったし、私も同じ気持ちで、いつか絶対に戦えるように、自分も頑張りたいなっていうふうに思います。
Right, so of course, she's very glad, and more importantly, she was surprised when she got her name mentioned during the press conference because obviously it's a different promotion. And they actually first met, I think, earlier last year in Spain during a event she went for. And she was actually training with Mercedes in Japan recently. You might have seen in like a social media. And a lot of overseas fans, they know her. She's a great wrestler. And of course, Miyu would definitely love to fight against Mercedes if and when the opportunity arises.
Oh, man. Well, I think Tokyo Joshi Pro needs to get this match on a card somewhere. You and Mercedes is money. Do you agree? This would sell out anywhere. I don't care where you are from. If you're from America, Japan, Spain, anywhere, this is a match people want to see. Do you agree that this match is money?
早いうちにこの試合に組まれた方がいいですね。日本でもアメリカでもスペインでも絶対いい試合になるので、山下さんはどう？もちろんですね。
いやー、もちろんやりたいですよ。ただね、いろいろあるんでしょうから、ね、もしそれが叶った時には、私もいいパフォーマンスができるように、頑張りたいなと思いますね。はい。
Right, so of course, there's a lot of red tape we cannot cross as of right now, but she's gonna do her best if and when, hopefully soon, when it happens.
It's true because here in America there are many organizations as well. So I imagine in Japan, obviously there's many different companies, and crossing over probably is a bit of an issue. Just like here in America with say WWE and AEW, they're not crossing over, and obviously Tokyo Joshi Pro and other companies probably not going to cross over right now because of business reasons, most likely, I'm guessing. But let's move on, though. Unfortunately, though, this isn't ballet, and recently you were unable to appear at Pro Wrestling Eve's 100th show. You had a concussion. Now, obviously, an injury like that is going to take you out, but what does it do to you mentally? Because suddenly you have a concussion, and now you're going to step back in the ring, and yet you must feel a little hesitation of getting injured again.
はい、最近プロレスイーブの、大会が決まったんですが、脳震盪でちょっと、欠場ということになっちゃったんですけど、やっぱり精神的に、ちょっとダメージがあるんじゃないですか。ちょっと、試合できなくてで、早いうちにまたリングに戻ることができていかがですか？
そうですね。本当に、イブのタイトルマッチが決まってる中、中止になったっていうのは、すごく、本当に、悲しかったし、悲しかったんですけど、本当イブだったり、自分の、TJPW の会社だったり、本当にすごく、対応してくれて、もう今はしっかり休んで、またいいパフォーマンスができるようにっていうふうに、切り替えは私も早い方なので、今は、復帰できて、はい、良かったなと思ってます。
Right. So of course, your title match was going to happen, but it got squashed due to, concussion.
Yeah.
And obviously she is disappointed, as wanting to represent TJPW and going into Pro Wrestling Eve. But she's been resting up well, and she's actually the kind that will actually get back on her feet really fast. So and she's already doing her best. And I think she actually just recently wrestled like last week. So yeah, all good.
Oh, good. Because I imagine an injury like that can put a lot of pressure on you because suddenly you're feeling like, well, can I go out there and wrestle like I did before because of the injury that you sustained? Mentally, how are you feeling though? Because physically, obviously, you're still in the ring, but mentally, are you afraid or maybe hesitant to try something that you were doing before, possibly getting another concussion?
はい、もちろん肉体的はもし大丈夫だとしたら、精神的ではもう100%だったでしょうか。ちょっと抵抗とかはありますでしょうか、今の状態として。
今はそうですね。でももう前向きにというか、なんて言うんだろう。特にそうですね、ないかなと思いますよ。ダメージもないですし、心ももう先を見据えてというか、もうどんどんどんどん前に進んでいかなきゃいけないんで、もう止まってる時間もないんでっていう感じですね。もう常に進んで進んでっていうのが私のスタイルです。
はい、わかりました。So, obviously, of course, there was some at the beginning, but she's a very, very positive, forward-moving type. So, honestly, at this rate, not really much of an issue because, there's only so much time. So she's just doing her best to, keep herself mentally prepared 100% every time she goes in the ring. So, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
No problems.
Good. Because I can imagine it being a little, for me at least, maybe a little scary getting injured and going back into the ring. But what's your relationship like with Maki Itoh? Because in Tokyo Joshi Pro, she's a best friend, she's an enemy, she's a foe, she's a partner. What is she to you? Is she your kind of wrestling soulmate where forever down the line you're always going to fight or always be a friend?
はい。要は、伊藤真希選手という関係性はどうでしょうか。たまには、同志でもあり、敵でもありながら、今の、関係性はいかがですか？
そうですね。もう本当に、もう最高のベストビジネスパートナーって感じですね。もう伊藤もよく言ってると思うんですけど、シンプルなフレンズ、友達ではなくって、もう本当に最高のビジネスパートナーで、もう伊藤以上の人はいないかなっていうふうに思いますし、何よりもレスラーとして伊藤真希と出会えたことは、すごく私にとって、プロレスラーの私にとって大切な人かな、大事なことだったかなっていうふうに思うので、これからもパートナーとしても、ライバルとしても、どこの国に行っても、そういう存在は変わらないかなっていうふうに思いますね。
はい。So, you might have heard some of the English. She's actually the perfect business partner for Miyu Yamashita. So, they're not actually just like very simple, like, friends that get along. They're just the perfect business partner. And as a wrestler, she's really glad to have met her in her wrestling career and someone she values really well to her for her entire life. Because, whether she's in Japan or in America or perhaps anywhere else, no one can be any better a business partner like Maki Itoh, whether as a partner or as a rival.
Wow. Yeah, because if you look at the history of professional wrestling, rivalries really are what I guess make money. You have wrestling, you have the business part of it, and obviously she's a good business partner and a good wrestling partner. So that's good news. Although, let's flash back to maybe last year at AEW's Fight for the Fallen. You took on Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. Unfortunately, you did not win that belt, but I think we need this match again. Do you agree? Because right now, Thunder Rosa, though, she's out with an injury. She has to relinquish the AEW Women's Championship. First, do you think we need that Thunder Rosa match one more time? And what are your thoughts on Thunder Rosa having to give up the AEW Championship? Because what a competitor, but just like how you were injured, you couldn't wrestle. Thunder Rosa right now injured, she can't wrestle either.
はい、去年 AEW に初出場して、サンダーローザと AEW 女子世界王者と戦って、残念ながらベルト取れませんでしたが、いろんな防衛を重ねて、結局、サンダーローサが、ちょっと、ベルト返上することになっちゃったんですけど、今でもまだ、リング上の復帰は未定ですけど、やっぱりまだ続きは見たいでしょうね。
そうですね。私はそうですね。ロサとはもう一回戦いたいなと思いますし、まあ、彼女もまたね、日本に来てくれたら日本でも戦いたいし、自分がアメリカ行った時はアメリカでも、まあ、それ以外の国でもっていうところはもう本当に可能性もありますし、私の気持ちも、はい、ロサに対しては、すごく、負けもあるんでね、残ってますんで、はい。今引き分けなんで、はい、どっちがまた戦った時は勝ち越したいなっていうふうに思いますね。
So of course, she definitely wants to have that match again. I mean, who doesn't want to see that match again?
Right.
And whether it is in Japan, whether it is in America, because recently, the most their recent outcome is that she lost to Thunder Rosa. So obviously, she wants to get back one on her. But if you look at the results, it's actually 1-1 because Thunder Rosa lost once in Tokyo Joshi, and
Yes.
then Miyu lost once in AEW. So it's kind of a draw right now, and she definitely wants to get that one more victory up the next time when she comes back.
Nice. And so, what are your thoughts though on Thunder Rosa? Unfortunately, have to relinquish the AEW championship and step away from injury because, as I mentioned, you were injured, you couldn't wrestle. Thunder Rosa, it's not like she missed one match or two matches. She's been out for many months, like the back half of 2022. So, what advice would you give to her? Because you had to step away for a minute to not wrestle, but she's been away for a very long time.
まあ、同じように、サンダロサ選手が、負傷して、ベルト返上することになったんですけど、それ
うん。
についてはどうですか？またもしアドバイスとかがあれば、ぜひ、お願いします。
アドバイス
まだ、
いやー、で
半
も、
年ぐらい、ちょっと、まだ負傷したので、まだ復帰できていないので、という状態なんで。
でももう今はやっぱり、焦らずというか、私も今回その怪我をした時に、やっぱり、今まではこう、どこかこう、気合でというか、なんかこう、気持ちだけで乗り切ろうとしてた部分はありますけど、でもやっぱり体ってすごく大事で、で、またこの先で戦いたいっていう気持ちがある中で、その先のために今を大事にするっていうのは、すごく、大事だなっていうふうに最近もすごく気づけたことで、それは、こう、アドバイスというよりは、そういうふうに、こう今を大事にしようっていうところですよね。焦らず、大事にしようっていうところは、一つ言いたいかなっていうのはありますね。
So I think rather than advice, what she would like to tell Thunder Rosa if she could was that, don't rush it, just take it slow. Most wrestlers would usually, try to carry on, like, even if they're a bit injured, they would try to rush through and get through with like their energy and their fighting spirit. But you should value your body because while going forward is important, you should value the now, right now, because you gotta make sure that you get your body back in tip-top shape before you can think about whatever else. So right now, if she could tell Thunder Rosa something, is you just don't rush it, take it slow, and rest well, and come back up soon.
Yeah, I can imagine it being difficult to be injured and step away for so long. Again, you were out for, a couple of weeks. Thunder Rosa's been out for a couple of months. Though I asked Maki this question last month when I talked to her about her loyalty towards Tokyo Joshi Pro, but also AEW. I mentioned WWE, and I said, would there be an opportunity there for you to work with them? How Tokyo Joshi and AEW kind of work together. Could we see Tokyo Joshi and the WWE work together? How do you feel about the relationship? And are you loyal to AEW or you're loyal to really Tokyo Joshi or anywhere in any wrestling company?
先月、伊藤さんとの、インタビューもあったんですけど、やっぱ、もし、AEW、AEW ずっといろいろ世話になっちゃったんですけど、もし WWE からのオファーがあってどうですかで、伊藤さんは、AEW がこんな素晴らしいステージを、上げてくださるから、絶対 AEW との忠誠心はありますけど、山下さんはもしオファーが来たらどうかなという話なんですけど、どうですか？それってもしずっと東京女子で頑張っていきたいという道でしょうか？
それが私は、もちろん自分の中で一番大切なのって、何よりも東京女子プロレスで、今の自分があるのが、もう本当に東京女子プロレスがあるからこそなんですよ。ただ私はこう全体こうプロレス人生というよりは、一つの自分としての人生として考えたときは、やっぱ直感で動く のを自分の直感を大事にしてるので、自分が楽しそうだなって思う方に進みたいなって思うし、まあもちろんその今やってる今やってきたものだったりっていうのは大切に思いながらも直感に進んでいきたいなっていうふうに思うので、まあオファーというかなんだろもう常にその直感で進んでいきたいなというか、楽しい方に進んでいきたいなっていうふうに思いますし、思うので、まあ人生何が起こるかわかんないし、まあそういう人生を送りたいなっていうふうに思うので、どうだろうって感じですね。
お、わかりました。
はい。
So obviously, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling is what made her who she is right now. Her entire career has basically been made all thanks to what Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling
Of
has
course.
gave her and what she's been training with. So, for her whole life and not just as a wrestler, as a person, she normally goes with her gut feeling, her intuition. So she wants to go wherever leads her the most, whatever makes her enjoy the most. So obviously, perhaps maybe if something interesting came up, she might go that path, but she really wanna like leave it all up to her gut feeling. So we'll just leave it at that.
I'm hoping that the Royal Rumble happens, the 10 count goes down, boom, you walk out there. The ace of Tokyo Joshi walks out the Royal Rumble, wins Royal Rumble, main events WrestleMania, and Tokyo Joshi in the WWE work together. I would love to see that. Could we see that?
まあ、スティーブさんの仮説としたら、もし、月末のロイヤルランブルにゲストを出演して、で、勝って、レッスルマニアのメインで戦ったらどうかなという話が、もし実現できればね。
どういう話なんですか？難しいですね。難しいというか、まあでも、本当に人生って何が起きるかわかんないから、なんかまあもちろん私は今 WWE とか AW とかっていう風なのが想像できないし、なんかまあ今現時点では本当に考えがないですね。でアメリカとか海外に行くときも本当にできるだけいろんな場所で試合がしたいなっていう気持ちなので、本当にねえ、なんかまあやっぱ普段ね、映像で見てる AW の試合だったり WWE の試合だったりって見る中で、そこで自分がもしも何十年後何年後経ってるっていうかもとかっていうのも、なんかあんまり想像できないというか、今は。でも人生って何が起きるかわかんないなっていうところのワクワクではこう生きていたいなっていうふうには思いますね。
はい、わかりました。So, the one thing she wanted to really mention right now is that, we don't really know what happens in life. So, uh, whenever she's like brought to America, she tries to wrestle as many places as she can. She tries to visit as many places as she can. So, no, she's seen videos of AW, WWE. Honestly, right now, she could not imagine herself being there. But again, we don't know where life takes you and what happens in life. So, it's not zero, so we never know.
Well, right now, though, Tokyo Joshi Pro is growing at an extreme rate in popularity in the American culture of professional wrestling. Why do you think that is happening? Because it seems like everyone has known about Tokyo Joshi Pro, but in the past maybe 2 years, since kind of COVID ended, well, sort of fizzled away a little bit, it has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Why do you think Tokyo Joshi Pro is getting so big at such a fast rate?
はい、やっぱり最近、2、3年ぐらいで、ちょっと東京女子がすごいアメリカで人気が爆発したんですけど、その原因は何でしょうか？やっぱり最近はいろんな注目が集めたので、それはどうでしょうか？
やっぱり、レスルユニバースですかね。ムービー、配信サイトができてっていうのは、すごく、聞きます。アメリカに行った時も、ファンの人になんで東京女子知ってるのっていうふうな、質問をした時も、大体レスルユニバースを見てたっていうところがあるので、やっぱりレスルユニバースができたのは、すごく大きいかなっていうふうに、思いますね。
はい。So of course, like one of the biggest factors probably has to be Wrestle Universe, because when she goes overseas to like America and Spain, they all ask the fans so how do you get to know about myself? So they would normally ask like, oh yeah, I watched Tokyo Joshi on Wrestle Universe. So it's definitely one of the biggest factors, and making Tokyo Joshi popular. And of course, I have to mention right here, right now, because it's 900 yen. You get to watch a lot of wrestling. It's a pretty good deal every month. So yeah, why not subscribe?
I love it. I love it. You got to subscribe to Just Between Me and You. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know who you need to hurt or convince. Tokyo Joshi Pro, Ace of Tokyo Joshi versus Mercedes Mone. Make it happen. Can you make this happen for me, please?
個人的な要望はもちろん、山下美夢さん対メルセデス・モネです。モネ選手をどうにか実現、誰をお願いできれば実現できるのかな？
わかんない。
She has
わかんないですよ。
absolutely,
だから彼女、
she has absolutely no idea.
No
Beat them.
idea.
Well, it'll happen. I know it will happen.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you so much for being here on 10 Count, talking about everything underneath the sun, because I truly appreciate it. Thank you for it's early where I am. It's late where you are. So I'll let you get to bed, and I'm going to start my day. The Ace of Tokyo Joshi Pro. Oh, thank you so much for being here on 10 Count. I've been Steve Fall. She's the Ace. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.